Today we are back with the 328 and I'm going to show you how to install a upper front strut bar on this car. It's simple to do, just takes a couple of basic hand tools and about maybe 10 minutes of your time. Now there's debate as to whether a strut bar on a car like this really does any good or not. That's not what this video is about. In fact, the only reason that I bought it and installed it on this car is because I like the way it looked. Let's get into it and see how it's done. But just for fun, let's talk about the strut bar real quick. So as you can see, it's got this nice shiny metal bar that's going across the engine, and it is attached to the strut towers. Now you can also see a little black bar there that goes from the strut tower back to the firewall. So this car already has some front strut support from the factory. So like I said, there's debate on whether or not these things actually perform any function. But again, it dresses up the engine bay. I like the way it looks. And so I bought it. It was cheap enough, and hey, if it helps, awesome. If not, then no harm, no foul. Now, as you saw in the engine bay, the strut tower goes from the driver's side strut tower to the passenger side strut tower. And that bar attaches to these mounts which go on top of each strut tower. It's just 3 easy bolts, and it bolts into place. And it's very easy to do. What you're gonna need is a E16 socket, which I'll show you what that looks like in a second, as well as a 13, because BMW wants to be awkward, 13mm socket. That's it. So this is what that looks like. Geez, easy for me to say, right? All right, so I've already loosened these, as you can see, just to speed this process along. But for this little star looking bolt, you're gonna need an E16 socket. And that, let's see if to get some autofocus on here. Maybe, yeah, it looks like this. It looks like a Torx bit, but like the opposite, I guess. You can put an 11mm socket on this and it will grip it and turn it, but I should tell you that because that's not the correct tool to use, you do run the risk of damaging the bolt or the socket by rounding out or stripping it out. So an E16 is what you want. Fits on there nicely like a glove and just takes it right off. So once you pop this one off, like so, you got 2 13mm sockets, or bolts, excuse me, right there. And then there is a 13mm nut underneath this, but this lifts up a little bit. You can take a 13mm wrench and you can kind of get in it from underneath there. So I've already taken that one off because it's a little bit slow going. But once you pop these off, you're ready to pop the mount on. This one. There we go, set these aside real quick. And then the mount just slides right over the studs from the strut. There we go. And then you just bolt everything back on. So we'll do that real quick. All right, so it's all bolted in now, and I already did the passenger side, and I've already bolted the bar up to the passenger side, at least a little loosely. So now we're just gonna take it, bring it down a little bit. There, locks into place. Well, it doesn't really lock into place, but it sets into place here. And the way that this particular bar attaches, it is going to be a 14mm nut on one end, which is holding in this bolt, which has an Allen head to it. So we'll put that up front. This here, tighten it up, and then grab my 14mm wrench right here, pop this in here, got this right here, and it's on. And that is it. The strut bar is attached to this side, goes across the engine, is attached to that side, and now my chassis is so much stiffer than it was about 5 minutes ago. Actually, that's probably a lie. I don't know if it's stiffer or not, but the engine bay does look a lot cooler. Got a lot more street cred now to go with my K&N sticker right there, and shiny little intake boot, which you can't really see. There it is, all shiny intake. Here it is, my intake hose down there. So yeah, that's it. Soon I will have a video up pretty much showcasing the entire car and what I've done with it, as well as the Z4. So stay tuned for that. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you next time. Have a great day.